From 2000 to December 2023, the scimitar-horned oryx was completely extinct in the wild. Just a couple months ago, the species was reduced from extinct in the wild to endangered.
And did the work you did here contribute to that?
Directly, absolutely. It's the reason they're no longer extinct in the wild.
Hey, Catherine, how you doing?
Good. Did you have any trouble finding us?
Not at all. The coordinates were perfect. This is Catherine Murtis. She's a research ecologist. Tell us what that means.
It can mean a lot of things, but what it really means is I study wildlife and nature.
What kind of animals do you study?
Well, my main project right now is reintroducing 2 species of dryland antelope into a large protected area in Africa.
Wow, and how do you do that?
Well, it takes a lot of work, a lot of teamwork, and we use collars like this to see where animals go after we release them into the wild.
That's awesome. Tell me about this.
So this model is about 1 kilogram. It goes on animals who weigh about 200 kilograms, so it doesn't weigh them down too much. This part has a GPS modem, so it collects locations from GPS satellites. It also has a satellite modem, so it sends us those positions via the Iridium communications satellite network. And this here is an enormous battery pack that powers all the electronics in the collar.
This data goes to a satellite and then comes to you.
That's right. Comes to me right in this building, the GIS lab.
Can we go take a look at that?
Absolutely.
Let's go. Catherine, what are we looking at?
So this right now, we're looking at the whole of Africa. And if I zoom in, I can show you where scimitar-horned oryx and addax have been released since 2016. So this is the country of Chad, and right in the middle of Chad is a huge reserve the size of Maine called the Réserve de Faune Rimé-Ouadi Achim, and that's where our reintroduction project is based. These are both scimitar-horned oryx and addax, and all these different colored lines show where different animals have been moving over the past 3 weeks. And you can see all the different tracks where every point is a GPS position collected by a GPS collar, and all the lines just connect those different positions, and then we can see the identities of the animals. So here we're looking at about 30 animals, and the total population is around 550 animals, and then the total number of tracked individuals is about 80 across 2 different species.
And how often do you get a data reading?
So the collars themselves collect a position every 4 hours, but they only communicate with the satellites every 20 hours because we want to save battery as much as possible.
So in 20 hours, you'll get 4 different locations, 4 or 5 locations.
Exactly. And you can turn on, we've got ostrich, we've got dama, we've got oryx, and we've got addax from all the different release groups since 2016. So we actually go back out into the field and attach collars to animals who have been released for longer to see if they behave differently from newly released animals. So we can turn on and off all these different tracks and positions and compare what they're doing over time.
And how does that help the animals that are there?
So this gives us the ability to monitor them in the wild. Otherwise, this is a huge landscape with, again, no paved roads, size of Maine. How would we ever find animals in this vast expanse of really sub-desert grassland? From 2000 to December 2023, the scimitar-horned oryx was completely extinct in the wild. There were a couple smaller scale reintroduction projects, but just a couple months ago, the species was reduced from extinct in the wild to endangered. So that was also an amazing opportunity to work with the species and try to actually restore them to their native range.
And did the work you did here contribute to that?
Directly, absolutely. It's the reason they're no longer extinct in the wild.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for showing us all of the data today.
Thank you so much for coming to learn about this awesome project.
Let us know what you thought of this video down in the comments section. And if you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like and a share. And follow STEM in 30 on Facebook and Twitter, and subscribe to the National Air and Space Museum's YouTube channel.